hottest station is now live for your enjoyment with host iamBranded.
Hey, Deezy, you want to go ahead and get a good intro to my man Capone, because he's live on the air right now. So go ahead and give him that nice little intro like you know how.
All my listeners, blues listeners, Nexxlegacy listeners, I want y'all to give a warm round of applause, a warm welcome to the hilarious Capone, ladies and gentlemen. The hilarious Capone is in the building. What's up, y'all?
Stand ovation. Stand ovation. Everybody get out your seats. Standing over. Standing over.
Hercules. What's going on, y'all? What's going on, man? What's good with you? I'm having a good time, man, enjoying life, and just, I guess you can say that I'm in a good position right now because all of these bad things that's going on. Can we curse on here?
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Okay,
yes,
all the
we big on cursing.
All the fucked up shit that's going on in the world today. This is the best time to be a comedian, goddammit.
Uh-oh.
Yes. So you say all the give us an example of something that's fucked up that a comedian would love to comment on. Motherfucker can't get a job, and they got people, white people that's blocking traffic and blocking trains. You know it's fucked up when white people decide to stay outside. They taking over blocks. Truck dealers can't even sell shit no more because white people done put tents in their neighborhoods, just taking over blocks and shit. Yeah, it's a fucked up time, man. Oh, for real. But man, what you think Obama doing? Do you think he's doing a good job? I mean, what's up with that? Well, I mean, you know, anybody who follows my career know I keep it 100% real, and what I talk about. It definitely reflects on everything about life and what's going on, from the president, from everything, gas prices. I mean, I make light of it so you can see it as being easy, but it's really fucked up out here, man. Really bad. Yeah. So you know, when prostitutes start giving discounts, it's fucked up.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. They sucking dick for sandwiches. Oh, man.
2 for 1 special, baby. 2 for 1 special.
Yes. For sandwiches, man. Yeah. Okay, so for the people that don't know you, you know what I'm saying, where'd your comedic name come from? What made you decide to name yourself Capone? Well, real talk, I was a hustler in the street back in the days, a very ruthless hustler. And when the streets named me that. Going to prison, it didn't change. I was a ruthless nigga in prison. And coming back home, it just was so much to talk about, but I was able to convert it into a comedic form. But anybody who knows me, I've always been a real dude. No matter if it's giving advice or, I ain't into hurting people's feelings, but one of the things that I actually regret was being a drug dealer because I was part of the problem of what brought down or kept bringing down the black culture. And so as a payback, I tried to just be positive as possible in the community to help, new comedians or help people that need the help, man. I've been blessed. I've got a second chance in life, and I'm very thankful for it. You might not really hear me talk about that part on stage, but I definitely let it happen through interviews. Right. And that's always positive, you know what I'm saying, for somebody to be able to change their life and have that second opportunity, you know what I'm saying, to touch the world in a positive way. So, yes, it's definitely something that's positive. How long you been doing, comedy since, you said that you was a ruthless ruthless. 20 years now, brother, 20 years.
I started selling drugs at a very young age. I became successful at a very young age selling drugs, and I was very successful to get out. The success wasn't the money. It was the part of being able to still be here to tell my story because I did get out. A lot of people don't get out. They don't know how to get out and don't know when to get out. So I'm very thankful that I did get out, and I'm just living through the regrets of what I've done and try to make a lot of things better.
Right. So, do you got a funny street story that like something happened in the streets and you just like, I gotta put this in the bit?
I mean, every situation happens, and every situation that I come through, I try to make it funny. I mean, even from being here in the World Trade Center, seeing all that shit happen, that was a tragedy. But even though black people and white people just seem to have taken that differently, like black people still honestly was looking for checks. That Friday, when the children fell out, it was like, do they got another office where we go to get our payroll? So, and you always, it's crazy being an entertainer because no matter what, you always see somebody that wants to be a celebrity. And every chance they get to see cameras on, they try to make something of it. Like, I've seen a Latino man that wasn't even there, making up shit, putting debris on himself, dirt, trying to act like he was in there. I'm going to tell you what happened. I see everything. He just want to be on the news so bad, he's going to lie about it. I see everything. They plane, when it comes down, I heard the pilot say, look out, it's coming. Niggas will do anything to fucking be celebrities, man. Oh, my goodness.
I was stupid, bro.
I know you wanted to do community to give back to the community, but, I mean, was there any side of you that did want to become, a celebrity?
Oh, yeah. Well, when I was coming in, when I first started, it was all about celebrities getting pussy. So my first reason for getting into this was to get some pussy. I heard you tell a joke, you can laugh your way into somebody's drawers. And, 20 years later, I'm tired of them drawers. I ain't going to lie.
Oh. Now, why you tired of the drawers, Capone? What's up? What's wrong with the drawers?
It's the same shit. You see the same groupies. You see the same chicks. I mean, it's like a little clan of them. They don't hide. You can tell. They act like they not there for that reason. Oh, I didn't even know who you was. Oh, my God. That's silly you. You that one that was in that movie. Oh, my God. I ain't never saw dick like, oh. You mean to tell me you could swallow the first time that you've done this? Yeah, okay. Oh, my goodness. So you don't get tired of the draws. You get tired of these fucking stories, these lies that they come up with.
Hey, Capone, them 20 years, man, them draws turn into granny panties like real quick.
You are not lying. And now it ain't even the same. By the time you get to really know a chick, it ain't even her. All of this weave, they wear eyelashes so goddamn long they look like bangs.
Wow.
It ain't real. All this is all fake makeup. Oh, man, it's terrible. It's terrible.
So let me ask you this, man. Have somebody ever tried to get you to endorse something for them, and it was just like, nah, I can't endorse songs. I can't do that. That ain't how I roll.
Of course, it comes to a point. I grew up when I was living in the Bronx. I grew up in the project, so every nigga in the project got an idea. Some guys got mad at me because I ain't built a new basketball court in the project. You making money now, nigga? You can't build us a basketball court? I was like, nigga, complain to the housing authority. What the I mean, you get all kinds of ideas from people that want to spend your money, and It's crazy. I try to help out, but I ain't no damn fool.
So, all right. So as far as comedians go, you know what I mean, in your mind, who are the top 3 comedians of all time?
Oh, wow.
Besides me, myself, and I.
No, definitely Red Fox,
Okay.
hands down to Richard Pryor. And
Right.
I would say, for me, it would have to be, I would say 4. Jerry Lewis and
Right.
Jack Bennett.
Wow. That's a good list. And then I know a lot of our listeners are of the urban persuasion. They be like, man, what about Cat Williams, man? You don't put Cat Williams all the come on.
I mean,
So you don't have no, like, new comedians that's out? Like, you don't feel none of them?
No, let me correct you on that. I respect everybody that's a comedian that gets on stage. But you asked me who I thought was the top greats. And for a person to get up there and show the craft and is good at it, I have nothing but respect. But I do dislike those that just think that it's something that anybody can do and don't have shit to say when they go on stage. That I have a problem.
Okay, so let me ask you this.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you got the guy, I can't think of his name off the top of my head. Brand, you probably going to know who I'm talking about. The guy from Seinfeld.
Okay.
When he got on stage and he was going off on the black dude saying the N-word, what'd you think of that?
I think it was a defense. I can't blame him because the black guys didn't find him funny, so they started heckling him. And the only thing that came to his mind was nigga. I don't treasure words. And I think he didn't know what else to say to get them angry because he wasn't doing too well on stage. And I think society has a way of playing all of us with the word game. You know, all of a sudden, faggot is a hate crime now. You can get locked up for calling a man a faggot.
Whoa.
My mother would call me a faggot when I start crying. So, you know, she would smack the shit out of me, then I cry, and you're going to smack somebody, make them cry, and then call them a faggot because they crying. What the fuck? Don't hit me then. So it was just, to me, it's a figure of speech. Faggot didn't even mean gay back then. It just meant you acting like a little faggot. But now, you call a grown man a faggot, this nigga taking you to court.
Hey, Capone, you gonna have gay pride. You gonna have gay pride. All them people, man, leading that Rainbow Coalition on your ass real quick.
Well,
boy.
I mean, whatever. That shit might make me more famous. There's one thing I like to clarify, goddammit. I don't have a problem with lesbians. I don't have a problem with gay people. But I do have a problem with faggots because they are the ones who recruit or try to recruit regular niggas. I'm not into men. Why are you looking at me trying to convince me that I should try this? That's some faggot shit. And they got little sneaky ways to do it, too. They poke their lips out and then they corner your eye. If you get caught looking at them, it might be a chance you're interested. That's one time I hold my head down. Fuck that.
Oh, God.
Oh,
Okay. So I got a question about stand-up, right? All right.
Okay.
So we talked about your 3 top comedians.
Right.
What, in your opinion, what were the 3 top stand-up that you have ever seen or heard?
Well, I got to give a lot of props to Kevin Hart. And why I say that is not only is he a good friend of mine, a lot of people have said to me and have kind of like downplayed Kev to the point where, you know, you get to saying, man, Capone, you way funnier than Kev, you know, you should be there and that. And if I wasn't as strong-minded as I was, as I am, I would have fell in the trenches of what their beliefs are. I've come to terms, and I'm a very spiritual person, to know what is meant for you is meant for you. I was there to witness Kevin Hart's struggle. Kevin Hart used to come from Philly to New York every night to get on stage, and sometimes didn't get on stage. But he was so consistent and working so hard, coming back and forth, leaving the clubs 3 o'clock in the morning, might not get home till 6, but he was still doing it every day. So for a person like him to see the hard work that he put in and all the things that he's gotten as far as his success, he's somebody that I really, really admire because I've seen the work put in. Other than that, I would say everything else is pretty mediocre to me because there are a lot of cats who's been doing it for a long time and have not gone nowhere. And it, to me, it's just because they don't put the work in. I mean, this is a job. Any job that you do, you have to put the work in. If you've been doing it for 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, and you're doing the same fucking material, how do you expect to excel? And I don't think guys take that very seriously. There's always something to talk about, but you get so comfortable in the zone when you're doing good that you're afraid to take chances to move forward.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, as far as Kevin Hart, you know what I mean? Like, what other what comedian out there do you feel like is slept on? Like, people should really, you know, Google this person or really pay attention to him.
Comedian Capone. I mean, I'm.
Amen.
I'm getting my just due now. I'm getting my just due now. And like I said, I'm a strong believer in when your time comes, it will come. Just keep the work going. I mean, there's a lot of young cats. A lot of people don't know. I teach comedy every Tuesday. I'm not telling jokes. I teach about comedy finance. I teach about the business and going into TV sets, the timing, motivation of making comedians think on a positive level, because it's a very, very dark, bitter place. A lot of comedians are in a dark place because they want success so much, and if it doesn't come to them right away, they fall in the trenches. A lot of comedians, older comedians, were drug users or alcoholics that were always funny, but, never really got that peak that they needed to get to, and they fall right back into the same shit. Drinking again, taking drugs again. So I've seen that a lot.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you think of the difference between stand-up nowadays and stand-up back in the day?
Back in the days, brothers worked on originality. Being original was a great thing back then. Now, everybody is trying to take something from somebody else, revamp it, remix it, and then try to become successful at the expense of somebody else.
Hey, say it, Capone, motherfuckers just lazy, man. They lazy.
Yeah, yes, very, very. But
No.
you can't even really call it lazy. They don't know. A lot of brothers don't know. They tell a few jokes. There's nobody to really teach them how to write jokes. A lot of people don't read. And, you get a bunch of dudes that tell you you're funny, and then you get on stage, and it's a total different atmosphere.
Right.
And so they get embarrassed from not being funny, and then they see things that are funny, and they just try to utilize what they see.
Right. So if say we had a up and coming comedian that was listening to the show right now,
Right.
and he was like, he had 3 questions. I'm gonna give you 3 questions.
Okay.
Let's just say for the sake of argument, Deezy is an up and coming comedian. The first question I got for you is, Capone, how often, should I probably change my material? Like when I go on stage or whatever, how often should I change my material? Like is it every 2 weeks or 2 months or what?
Okay. First of all, you should never change your material. Your material should grow with you. The first thing is that you have to, the work part comes from trying new stuff or trying to master what you have. You should get on stage as much as you can to rehearse. A lot of black comedians get on stage and they don't know how to rehearse. They get on there trying to blow up off of some of the jokes that they have, and they don't do the work. There's two modes that I'm in, and I do this just to remind myself of what I'm doing. When I get on stage and I'm trying out new material, I wear a sweatsuit because it makes me feel like I'm in the gym. My stage is my gym, so I put on a sweatsuit and I go in there and try new shit. I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to see how these jokes work. But once I put on my suit, you know I'm coming to do fucking work. This is my work gear. It ain't no practicing. It ain't nothing. So I try to use that and try to embrace people because when it doesn't matter. You change according to your atmosphere. You're not the same person in different atmospheres. You could be a hard rock dude on the block, killer mic, shooting niggas up, and I'm making money, but you ain't same nigga at child support. You a whole different nigga in court. And so I believe that your atmosphere changes you, and you should learn to adapt to whatever atmosphere that you're in. So that's why I use those two modes to better myself, and one is to practice, and the other one is to do work.
Okay. There you go. Hey, I got to, before we ask any more questions, I'm going to go ahead and let people know this is VP Deezy's Wednesday exclusive with comedian extraordinaire Capone, hosted by VP Deezy and Kool-Aid Blue. The lines are lit, and also we got a special guest co-host. He's also in the comedy circuit out there in Georgia. Want to welcome Shane Allen, a.k.a. Every Woman's Baby Daddy, in the building. What's up, Shane?
What's up?
Hey, Zane.
What's going on, man?
What's up, player?
What's good? So why you every woman's baby daddy? I'm curious. Ever since I saw that, I need to figure out why you feel like you every woman's baby daddy.
I mean, to a certain extent, bro. You know what I'm saying? Every time I drop a load, man, I'll accidentally leave something behind.
Oh, my God.
You know what I don't take pride in it, bro. You know what I'm saying? I look at it like, some people can't even have that guilt. But, that guilt costs you a lot of money.
Wow.
And a lot of time.
So your child support must be ridiculous.
Hey, the three slowest walks in the world, bro. Barefoot walk, getting your age test result, and going to child support code. I go to child support code, buddy. Hey, they don't even pull out the paper on me no more, but it's like automatic, just lock them up. Just lock them up, you know what I'm saying?
Put that motherfucker in the jail underneath it.
Underneath the jail, bro, but the thing about it, man, matter of fact, hold on, before we go any further, anybody in here, child support linked into this conversation?
Nope.
Yeah, what?
Okay, cool, good. We can keep on talking because I don't want the motherfucker to find out where I'm at.
All right.
Okay.
No, man,
So,
real talk, man. It's just a blessing, man, from God, man, to be able to have this opportunity, man, to be on this internet site, man. You know what I'm saying? To probably try to get my name out there, man. Let people know who the comedian Shane Allen is, man. I've been in the game about 2 years. You know what I'm saying? And the work ain't been easy, man. I've been sitting there listening to Capone.
And see, that's the thing I want to actually bring up, and I want to bring up something because of course, with Capone being in this business for as long as you have, bro, like, but before Deezy and Blue ask any more questions, so I gotta commend you for not just handling your business, but also having your own enterprise, DDL Enterprises, as well as just being a business dude, owning a barber, a beauty shop, and a computer store, bro. Like, hey, that's the things that a chick and a dude need. You want to get your hair cut. The chicks want to get their hair done. And you need the damn internet now. You need the internet nowadays. So you got to get that computer fixed. You know what I mean? So, hey, you got the best of hell of worlds right now, bro. So salute.
Thank you very much, brother. Thank you.
Am I lying, though? Am I lying? Like, we all need the damn computer, bro. We need that. And we need to get our hair cut, too.
Well, you know,
I mean,
man, we have computers, man. From the old school.
The way
back in the 80s, man.
The way I look at it like this, I try to learn from everybody who is doing something. I mean, you got to look at things that's definitely going to be longevity when you open up businesses. Everybody thinks that Chinese, or should I say Korean people, are people who are computer smart and they can fix everything. I got tired of taking my computer every time I got a virus or something wrong with it and take it to them, and all they doing is reading a little further than what we do. And pretty much if you take your time to learn it, I can build a fucking computer from scratch now. That's how much reading I've learned about it. And I'm just as educated on it as any other person that deals with computers. It's anything that you want to do and you put your mind to learning it. It's I mean, my enterprise is a lot bigger now, but that's where I started from. Just got tired of paying motherfuckers to do things that I know I can do. And I would advise everybody to take the initiative, because it ain't like you have to pay a lot of money to go to school anymore. You can learn everything on goddamn YouTube. That is the #1 class in the world right now for anything that you want to do.
Really is.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
YouTube is like
I feel
the
like I'm
news.
kind of behind in the computer world, man. You know what I'm saying? Shit, I graduated valedictorian in general education. You know what I'm saying? In class of 89 and 90. I'm about the only brother in the world that got 2 different class reunions to go through every year, bro. So, you know. I'm learning, bro. But
Hey, what's up?
back to you, Mr. Capone, man. You know what I'm saying? Looking over your bio, you know what I'm saying? I like how you came up. You know what I'm saying? I pretty much started the same way you did, working in the barbershop. And you acquire a skill like that because you deal with characters every day.
Every day.
Different characters come in, man, with different hats on, and you got to either put up with them or not. You know what I'm saying? You know, you ain't cut my hairline right. You know, first of all, you ain't grow one. You know what I'm saying? You got to put them in place, bro. They try you, man. They try you. But I got a couple questions for you, Mr. Capone. You know what I'm saying?
No problem, brother.
Game, you know, my biggest thing with me is staying focused. I understand it's a pride at the end of the rainbow, but how do you really keep yourself focused and away from all the other stuff, you know what I'm saying, to conquer that mountain that you're trying to get to?
Okay. I will, I'm going to put it in a 2-part question. And if I'm wrong, then you tell me I'm wrong. I don't know how it is. I mean, I've been all over, and I've dealt with a lot of different entities as far as comedians. And the sad part is that if comedians who are not successful have a tendency of trying to keep you down. Now, I don't condone being around a lot of people that's in the same business as you, because it's a competitive business. Not everybody, and this is something that you must learn, and this is with any job, but especially with comedians. If you're in a room and you're celebrating, let's just say you got a call to do a show, and there are people who don't have the same type of celebrations that you are, it's time for you to move on. Comedy is an individual sport. A lot of times we get caught up into the acts of trying to be friends with other comedians, or, you know, as long as somebody respects you, that's good enough. Because through the interim, if you get a gig that another comedian thought that he should gig, that's automatic hatred. And it comes through no matter how successful or funny you are or how much you do to work, not everybody is going to feel the same way that you deserve this. So you have to be very, very prepared to become a loner in certain prospects of it. You know, if you got somebody that you could try your jokes on and they're not going to be opinionated to feeling the hate, try it. But if you don't, go to the audience and try it. The best key is, and I tell this to every comedian that I know, if you grab that mic make sure you have something to say.
Great. Awesome. You got to own that mic, man. You got to own that mic like you own that woman in that bedroom, bro. You got to take control. I feel you on that. That's my thought process. Because I look at it as like I'm having sex. You know what I'm saying? I'm a freak. I like midgets. You know what I'm saying?
Did he say midget?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like midgets, bro. I love midgets.
Oh.
Hey, one thing about that, and I've dated a midget before, dog. You know, it was cool. You know, we went to the movies. She got in half price or kid price. You know what I'm saying? Got kids meals. You know what I'm saying? It was cool. But I had to break up with her because we was at the bar one night, and she challenged me to a limbo contest. I'm free. So that didn't sit too kind of me, bro. So, you know, I had to go and kick to the curb, man. But I miss her, though. I miss her.
Crazy.
Hey, there's a lot of stuff you can do to hit in the bed, bro. I'm telling you. You got this X-rated show.
Well, let me ask Capone this real quick.
Okay, go ahead, bro.
You know, thank you. You know, I was trying to figure out like Capone, I was asking you, you know what I'm saying, for an up-and-coming comedian. You know, I had 3 questions for you. Answer the first one. The second question was, you know what I mean, is it a low point as far as being a comedian? Is there a low point right there that you feel like maybe this is not your profession? And once you hit that wall, if there's a wall, what do you do?
Well, yeah, there is a low point, and that's a great question. The low point comes within yourself. The problem with comedians is that we look for other people's opinions to boost us up. The minute that you have to make a decision on your own, you kind of get lost because you don't know if it's the right decision or not. Because everybody looks for the battery in your back. Yo, man, you funny. Yo, you should be doing this. As long as you keep hearing that, you'll never come to terms into talking to yourself, to knowing what the reality is. Because no matter what the situation is or how long you go about people boosting up and giving you that courage, if you don't really take the time and fall back into yourself and be real with yourself, you'll leave a career of a fucking, it will be a definite crash sooner or later. Right. Because you have to come to reality in terms with yourself. Nobody can tell you. I mean, the minute that everybody tells you, yeah, you're doing good, the first no you hit will sidetrack you like a fuck.
Okay. And the last question that I had, okay, as far as, you know, knowing that moment that you make it, like when you feel like you've made it or when it's apparent that you make it, how do you keep yourself from staying humble? How do you do that?
Okay. First, that's a great question. And here is my motto to that. You never make it. There's always room for growth. The minute that you feel that you're on the top, you are really setting yourself up to fall down. Because once you're on the top, you don't feel like you have to work anymore, and there's nowhere to go but down. So as long as you keep the mental of you never made it, there's always somewhere to go higher, you will always strive for more success because there always is more success. If a person makes 100 movies, he can make 101. He just has to keep going. It doesn't matter how successful you are. You keep moving as long as you can. And keep yourself relevant. That is the key to all of this, being relevant. Because a lot of times, as comedians, you don't realize if you don't put asses in the seat, I don't care how fucking funny you are, you ain't nothing.
Right.
And that's the difference.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. And this is pretty much the last question I got. I'm gonna leave some questions for Blue and Brand and Shane if they want to ask. The last question I asked, I know some comedians definitely have dipped off in the. It's actually a 2-part question. some comedians, as you said, has dipped off in the movies and some of them even music. You know what I mean? The first part of the question is, as far as music is concerned, what type of music do Capone listen to?
I'm an old school head. I like old rap. I like hearing lyrics. I like hearing brothers put their heart into their song. I mean, I'm a big fan of Eminem. I'm a big fan of LL. To me, you know, I like Jay-Z, but I'm not a big fan of it. I can't listen to somebody who talks about having this and having that and, you know, I did this and did that. Where you got Eminem, where you feel his pain of what he talks about. I love Nas. It's the same type of thing. These cats are geniuses of making, you know, music to where you stay interested in what they're saying. After a while, I mean, you can like Jay-Z's beat, but how many songs can you hear of, you know, I got a watch that costs $1 million. I'm this, I'm that. All right, we know you that, you know, but
I got a watch. I got a watch beat.
Yeah.
Watch.
What? You don't like Soulja Boy, man? Capone? You don't like
Well, you know what? I will say this. Anybody who's successful at whatever they're doing, I have respect for. I don't have to listen to it, but I have respect for his game, how he got down, and how he made his millions. You can't do nothing but respect the hustle. But as far as rapping, no. Hell no.
Yeah.
All right, I know you say you respect anyone, right, that gets up and do their thing, but what is your opinions on Nicki Minaj?
I will say that another person that I have the utmost respect for, and the reason is because rap is a man-ruled world, and you know, you don't never know what a person been through to make it what she made. You know how they make it. I've seen a tape with her having sex with a man, sucking a man's dick, and all of that, and she came away from that. The difference is that she became successful. If she wouldn't have become successful, she would have just been another chick sucking dick. But the minute you become successful, everybody wants to try to downplay you because of your success. To me, it's a form of hate. I mean, Little Kim, I love her to death. I think she's one of the greatest that ever did it. But she didn't utilize her smarts right. She went against somebody who everybody loves now, and it made her look like a real fucked up individual. You have to know how to play your cards, and you have to know the sign of the times. And I want to say this because a young kid checked me. I always had a problem with young guys wearing their pants down, you know, to the point where my son did it, and I almost, like, broke food on him. I don't raise you like this. I don't, you know, I really got in his ass about it. And the young kid, he was walking in front of me, and I just couldn't help it. And I was like, yo, pull your fucking pants up. And he looked at me, and he said, why? You know, why should I pull my pants up? I said, dude, you look, you know, this shit look terrible. And he said to me, he said, can I say something to you, mister? And I said, sure, very respectable kid. He said, this is the time of our swagger. Whatever it was that you had when you were coming up, when you were young, to make your swagger different, that was y'all. Now this is something different for us. So this is what we do. And I had to fucking respect that. That shit hit me like a bullet in my heart because he was right. Who am I to judge him? Because this is the style that all the young kids are wearing. Just because I don't do it doesn't make him a bad person.
Nah, I feel you. I mean, you ain't gonna never disrespect somebody if it's from the heart. That's what's up. But man, you gotta admit, brother, the shit sagging half off the ass and the tight skinny jeans that the dudes be wearing, man, that's not real. That can't be real.
It's not, but who am I to judge him?
Right. You know what?
Wait. You're Capone, man. You're Capone.
It doesn't matter. I can talk about the motherfucker all day, but if a nigga like Lil Wayne can wear spandex and still make $1 million, who am I to judge him? This nigga is wearing spandex, and he's a hardcore rapper.
Women's leggings too, Capone. Don't forget.
Yes.
Women's wet leggings.
Yes, and soon he'll be in Uggs. And you know what? It'll be about 300 niggas in Uggs and leggings. Oh,
Capone,
man.
let me ask you this question, bro. When it comes to you know how it was back in the day when you had those comedian one night stands on certain TV spots or whatever.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
They had those little things, and it was just the truth. There was a lot of good historic moments with those things. I mean, what's your opinion about the status of how those one night stands is now versus how it used to be? Like, do we need to bring some of that old flavor back where it was okay to come in and rock a dope one night stand, and people gonna be talking about that for months on end?
Well, they're doing that again. They're doing it again because a lot the comedy world is being oversaturated with dudes that ain't comedians. And so in order to show them out, I mean, Russell Simmons had a show last year where he was trying to bring new guys out and do his thing, and the show flopped. So what he did was go back to the essence and get some real bangers, and he did the same show, but he called it Bringing the Ruckus because the bangers that he brought was the old dudes who probably didn't have a special, that have enough material to have a special, but now they have to go the different route in order to get that special. They was giving specials back then, but now it's so saturated, you have to almost hand pick the dudes that are real in this game. And so in September, in February, I'll be shooting my special. But
Word up. Word up. Salute, hey, salute.
Yeah.
All right, hey, I got a question, bro.
Yes.
As a comedian, what is your key to remember your material? Because you have so much that you might want to work on, and it's not concrete. So what do you do to keep, you know what I'm saying, to just have that material that you have to?
You have to practice. That's why I told you it's in practice mode. You know, when you change your environment, I mean, when you're in a different environment, you change your sets. I can't talk about eating pussy and I work, I host the Apollo still at Amateur Night, which is on Wednesday, which is a family-oriented show. So I have to know when to switch up my material. And once you get those sets, as we call them, down packed, you know how to put them out there. And that's just very, very important. It's a job. I can't go up there and try to wing everything I say. Then I'm not taking my job serious.
All right.
That comes with having a lot of stage time, so you can
it definitely does.
Working on yourself. Yeah.
Hey, you gonna be out here in the Bay Area, right? For the Shaquille O'Neal All-Star Jam, or is that a rumor?
No, I'm supposed to be. Well, I will be out there, but I'm not doing this show. You talking about the New Year's show?
Yeah.
No, I won't be doing that. I canceled on that because my end of the tour was this weekend that just passed for my contract is over. But I got a new contract to start back in February to shoot 22 more, to tour 22 more dates.
So you coming out here to the Bay Area too?
Yeah, we will be out there though.
Okay.
Okay.
Holler at me, man, because, I'm still trying to get one of them jobs at a barbershop, computer store, like, hook your man up, though. I'm just saying.
Nah, I'll teach you how to open one. It makes no sense to get a job now if you got the ability to open one. That's how I empower people to do it.
Yeah.
Hey, I can cut a little help, though. I work in a barbershop. I do the back fade, light on the top and wig on the side.
Hey, this dude said light on the top and real puffy and real big on the side, be like, you know what I'm saying?
That's George Jefferson cut, bro. They have to bring that back.
Word up.
Hey, for real though, Tom, man, are you superstitious or anything? Is there a certain thing you have to do before you show?
Pray. I always pray to God. Every time I touch the stage, I always pray to God to not only to guide me, but to allow these people to get their minds open to accept me. because you have to always realize that every time you go on stage, you are coming into a realm where you want people to pay attention to you. And I think that people misconceive of what comedy is all about. It's not about being funny all the time. It's the valleys and the peaks. When you got something to say and you want people to listen and you can make them laugh at your command, that's what greatness is. So when the crowd is just totally quiet, if you got 5,000 people that's quiet, listening to everything that come out your mouth, that's when genius starts.
Right. Okay. And the last question go ahead. Go ahead, ask your question. Go ahead. No, you good.
Okay, so you saying when you got 5,000 people sitting there and they quiet, and that's like you saying the genius starting, right? That doesn't. I mean, to me, that's a sign of not getting my point across. I mean, I once got booed by a deaf and mute crowd. You know what I'm saying? So,
no, you have to be able to control. Comics should be able to control their crowd. It is very important that when you have something to say and you're talking to set up a joke, that they're actually with you to hear what you got to say. You don't want nobody talking over when you're trying to set up or make your point. And a lot of times, a lot of comedians do that, and they talk over the people, or people are not interested in what they say because the worst thing that you can do is show fear. People pick up on fear like it's ridiculous. So you have to be able to show that you believe in what you're saying. How do you expect people to believe in you if you don't even believe in yourself?
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Capone, like I had two more questions before we let you go. I know
Sure.
you probably want to probably got some things to do. I just had two more questions. The first question that I had was as far as you, in my personal opinion, like I'm definitely a big fan of comedy, and I'm a big fan of music. One thing about comedy to me is, and this is just my personal opinion, I don't know if you would agree with me or not, but I see two types of comedians that are successful. The first type of comedian that can go on stage and it just be hilarious and be funny and just on the stage, and the second type are the comedians that can do the movies and just be funny in the movies, but they can't really rock it on stage.
Right.
You know what I mean? Is there like a percentage, like a percentage that's small maybe, or is it the talent wise that can make the two like meet in the middle, or is it just this is how it's going to be for this person, this is how it's going to be for that person?
That's a great question, and a lot of people get starstruck. They get starstruck, and once they get starstruck, it takes you out of your element of what you love. A prime example is Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle is probably one of the most funniest comedic geniuses in the world.
Yeah.
And I did the show with him when they said that he had a breakdown. Now, the media played on that so bad that it made me angry because I was there. What happened was Dave came out, the crowd roared and screamed for like 15, 20 minutes. There's a girl in the front whose father owns the hotel with all her people with camera phones in his face. So he's telling them, could y'all put the camera phones down, let me get into my set. This is the first time, I'm coming back. And all you hear is, man, we love you, Dave. And, nobody's saying nothing. I mean, everybody's saying something. No matter what he said out of his mouth, it's somebody else has something to say. And so the media took that and ran with it that he had a nervous breakdown on stage. So, I mean, it comes to a point to where at some point people become so starstruck they can't see you in nothing else but movies. But a real comedian always comes back to the stage.
Right. Which he definitely did. I saw one of his stand-ups after the so-called breakdown and everything, and I felt like he never lost a step.
Exactly.
I definitely think, I think that's what happens. Like, you know what I'm saying? Have you ever got to that point where you just like, I just need a couple of minutes or months or something to myself, you know what I'm saying, just to clear my head, because this shit is just getting ridiculous, you know what I'm saying? Every time somebody see me, they want me to tell a joke and shit. I don't feel like doing that shit.
Well,
you know what I mean?
The funny part about that, and it's sad that you might think that way, but it's vice versa. You don't want to deal with the outside world because people put you and magnify you as being unhuman. And the only way you get to really relax is when you do get on stage, because you become yourself. If I'm sitting in a mall eating with my child, I don't want nobody to come up. Oh, I don't mind the pictures. I don't mind all of that. This is what I work so hard for. But then they take it the extra step further. Come on, dude. Come on, man. Why don't, why? Yo, I'm eating with my son. Yeah, but come on. Take a picture with my mother, my wife. And so you have to learn how to balance that. And when you're on stage, you're free. You're free from all of that because you're doing what you love to do.
Right. Okay. And the last question is,
walk up and ask you to tell me a joke. I mean, really, comedy to me is life. It's life experiences. So you take that pain that you experience and you turn it into comedy. So if you just walk up and somebody just say, hey, man, tell me a joke. All right, motherfucker, you good looking. You know what I'm saying? don't
Okay.
I mean, that comes with everything. This is the only profession where they want instant gratification right away. I don't care where you're at. If a cop pulls you over, you find out you're a comedian. I mean, it happens to me all the time. I know who you are. Tell me a joke and I'll let you go. I'll be like, let me hold your gun, and I'll take you or some shit. I want to see you. Let's trade places, motherfucker. You hold your pistol and see who can make the commands then.
Hey, I said I want to steal a donut truck, man, and tell me the motherfucking cop chased my ass, man. He's in the house in the donut, a Krispy Kreme truck.
Hold up. The last question that I had was, as far as like the people that's listening to the show, and for all your fans out there that's listening, and definitely like for us on the panel that's talking to you right now, because I know we definitely gonna want to see you. You know what I'm saying? What in the future, is there any like tours? As far as I know you mentioned it earlier, but are there any tours and stand up?
The biggest tour that's going on right now is the Shaquille O'Neal tour.
Right.
I just finished in Atlanta, and we're going back in February.
Okay.
We were going to do something in January. I was supposed to come out for the New Year's show, but I'm working on my craft because I'm the only one that's on the tour that has not taped to become an all-star. So this will be my first taping, and then I'll be doing my own hour special right after that. So
What's up?
The tour starts back in February. We'll be doing All-Star Weekend in Orlando, and then we'll take it off from there. The good thing about it is that now we're hitting every major city. Before we was hitting, it was like a trial. And it worked out to be successful. So let's just say that the Black Expo or whatever they call it that's in New Orleans, we'll be at that. Everything that has a major event in those major cities, that's where we'll be doing the tours at, because it's become a big tour now. So that's a good thing about it.
Right. Okay.
When you come back to Atlanta, y'all come back to Atlanta, what that you say?
We just left Atlanta, so I don't know the exact date. As a matter of fact, I don't know any of the dates. I just know we got 22 dates wherever they're at. So we'll definitely be back there, because we didn't even hit the main part of Atlanta. We was out at the Cobb's Energy Theater, I think that's in Marietta or something like that.
Capone.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
I wanted to get, what do you feel about the beef between Love and Cat Williams.
The beef between who?
Faison Love and Cat Williams.
I don't know what the beef is about. I just know that Faison knocked Cat out in a club. They punched him and knocked him out. I don't know what the beef was really about, but I mean, Faison is a big dude and Cat is small, so I don't know what happened.
You must like what you see. You must like what you see. You must like what
What's the beef about? Can anybody, tell me?
Now, you know what? Honestly, I know there's like YouTube things going back and forth, Capone, but the reason for it is really like uncertain, like unclear. I don't know if it has something to do with, like you said, about the little altercation or whatnot, but yeah, like, they got YouTube conversations about the beef. Faison Love has something on there saying that, he ain't even tripping off little cockroaches and stuff like that or whatever. So I'm quoting him because it's on his YouTube thing or whatever. So it's heavy comedian beef, bruh.
Yeah, I don't get involved in that, man. I mean, I respect both of the guys, and I don't know. Sometimes shit like that can get out of hand, and it's very unnecessary. One guy feels the next guy shouldn't have what he have, and then, that's where the bullshit come in at.
Mm-hmm.
Anything anybody gets, they deserve. You just have to work harder for what you think you should be getting.
Exactly.
I guess it must have been principalities that came with the whole situation.
Maybe he thought Cat was a boy.
Got my money, Smokey. Got my money, Smokey.
No, he won. Cat got a better perm.
You know what's interesting, Capone? Like, what? Now, this is a definite myth. You know what I'm saying, that I learned a long time ago, you know what I'm saying, because I was actually thinking about being a comedian, and it's just like you said, some people come to you and be like, oh, easy, you funny or whatever, then you be wanting to roll with it. But this is a definite myth that I've heard, you know what I'm saying. Why is it that a lot of people think comedians can't fight or just, like,
I don't know.
It's easy to attack them?
I really don't know that. And, you know what? I'll tell you this, though. Anybody that jokes too fucking much, 9 times out of 10, they can't fight. So if you got a motherfucker that just thinks everything is supposed to be funny, you're bound to get on somebody's nerve, and they're going to try to kick your ass.
Have you ever had anybody try to approach you like that? Like they just
everybody knew when I started this, I was fresh out of prison. I had a reputation. I had a reputation already, and I mean, I respect people, so I demand respect. Bottom line.
Hey, and not only that, man, you a solid dude, bruh. Like, man, who's gonna fuck with you?
Yeah, I work out. Especially all the shit I talked in my early career, I had to work out. Somebody might try to test my ass.
Hey, and y'all know Capone probably in his day, he probably didn't whoop somebody's ass and told a joke while he was doing it too. Y'all know this.
It might have been. It might have been.
I bet that shit ain't funny now, is it?
Yes, sir.
Hey, bro, we talk Capone, man. Let me get some of them suits, man. You want some tight suits, bro?
Yeah, well, that's what I told you, brother. You got to always remember, it's show business. Part of it is show. If you want people to remember you, you got to stand out different. Make every show an event. Don't just get up on stage just because you can. Have something to say and make it an event. See, you're talking about my suits, and that's a good thing to me.
Yeah.
Some people like them, some people don't.
Capone, who got better suits? You or Steve Harvey?
Steve Harvey got more money. But but I think I could. I don't know if I got better, but I damn sure can hang with him. Goddamn it! Right.
There you go.
Right.
Okay. This is the last question.
Whenever you donating them, one of them suits you ain't gonna never wear, man. We're about the same size, bro. So holla at your boy.
I got you. No problem.
I'm just saying.
This is the last question I got before I let you go, Capone. All right. Tonight's topic that we was going to discuss tonight is call it thin line between love and hate. What are your thoughts about that?
I believe it. I believe it, and it hit me personally.
Right.
Being a comedian, you travel a lot, and it's hard to keep a woman or be focused when you travel a lot. I had a woman that I was with for 13 years, and all of a sudden, all the love that I had turned into hate, and no matter what I tried to do, it wouldn't work. So I think it was another nigga personally, but that bitch went from love to hate real quick, and I couldn't understand it. So, and usually when a woman changes that quick, they already got a goddamn ace in the hole for rebounding.
Ooh,
Ain't no fucking way a woman gonna leave all that money and just not have something else. I don't know, maybe the nigga lick ass better or whatever. Yes, sir. So that line is very thin.
Man, Capone, man, it's been a pleasure having you on the show, man. Anytime you want to come back, you know what I'm saying? You got my Twitter right. I just hit you up on Twitter.
Yes, sir. I definitely have you, man. And I appreciate this, man. Real talk. I mean, anytime you can get some brothers that's definitely interested in what you have to say, or even want to question you about your status in the career that is so promising to me. I really thank y'all for the time, all of y'all. You too, young lady.
Hey, and make sure you don't be a stranger, man. Come on this network and promote and do what you got to do and give us blow-by-blow details of your tour and stuff like that, man, because we definitely want to know what's going on. And, of course, you know this whole show is brought to you by DDL Enterprises. So, if people want to go holler at Mr. Comedian Capone, hit that man up on Twitter.
Yes, sir.
Facebook.com/Capone Lee.
Yes, sir. And I want to give a big shout-out to a young lady, Ms. Venus, because I hired her, and she has been working her ass off to get me on everything. She told me, and our conversation was, and I'll make this brief, she said, you are one of the brothers that are so underrated. What I can do to help you, please let me know. And ever since she's been on my team, I have been talking, working, meeting new good brothers like y'all and sisters. And I just want to say thank you to you and to her for making this happen.
Also, and a quick plug for Venus, if you want to follow her as well, do that on Twitter at JUS Venus, VENUS. No doubt.
Yeah, I saw her Twitter today, too. I'm definitely going to hit her back. You know what I'm saying? But, hey, like I said, Capone, man, thank you for coming on the show. It was a complete pleasure. You know what I'm saying? Anytime you want to come back, you ain't even got to ask. Just hit me on Twitter and be like, Deezy, let me get a spot on the show. Don't get too ruthless with me. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate it. I'll definitely let y'all know when I'm coming to debate.
Yeah.
And I want to come to New York, man. You don't want to open mic on that Wednesday night at Apollo, bruh.
Hey, well, come on, man. Bring your country ass on. Goddamn.
I'm from the college land and this, all that, bruh.
I'm going to tell you something, though, bro. You try to leave one of them babies behind here, and your ass will be in different child support.
Hey, real talk, man. Shout out to child support, man. They doing their job, man. They got, if you ain't doing right, man, they fool like your ass, man.
Absolutely.
Do right, you know what I'm saying?
Capone is that big, boy. Capone is the guy.
Thank you very much, man. Y'all be easy. Thank you, brother. All right, Capone.
All right.
Peace.
Thank you for listening to the #1 radio station for the people.
Nexxlegacy Radio.